Good evening and welcome to United Real Therapy, people. How are we doing? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Welcome to the channel. This is the shitey preview of the shitey cup. Let's get it right. Europa absolute shite cup. This is the preview for Manchester United against the mighty Sheriff. I can't hide it, people. I'm not even going to pretend. I'm going to try to hide how much I hate this competition. I think all you therapy army, you know how much I hate this competition. It's absolute jokes. But the Champions League tonight, what a brilliant drama. Those of you who watched it, what an absolute brilliant drama. Injury time. Bye-bye, Barcelona. Bye-bye, Barcelona. There is no more leverage for you to pull. Bye-bye, Barcelona. Yeah, they got a footballing lesson in that first half. I watched the first half. They got absolute pressed the hell out of. They couldn't get out. They didn't know what hit them. They got tactically fouled. Oh, man. Bayern Munich did an amazing job. So big up to every one of you. Honestly, the Champions League drama. And then the Spurs. Harry Cocaine thought he scored, eh? Champagne Kane, he thought he scored. Offside, mate. Offside. Not tonight. The man, the wig, innit? If that was the ref, I would have just pulled off his wig. That's what I would have done. That referee's got no cojones, mate. I would have gone up to Conte and said, stop lying to the masses. Take that off. And give him the red just for that. Just for wearing a wig. And then Atletico Madrid Leverkusen. Oh, my God. Roy Keane's favourite manager, eh? Roy Keane's favourite manager. Bloody Simeone, eh? They're at home. Leverkusen have had the most horrendous defensive. They can't keep a goal in either the Bundesliga or in the Champions. They concede goals. Penalty with Casemiro. And then guess what happened? Boom. See you later. They get it saved. And then they take the shot. And then the second shot hits, actually, the guy who took the penalty and hits him on the backside. And then the ball goes on up in the air. But what a brilliant drama. Just pure drama. Pure drama. Big up to every one of you. Big up. Yeah. But it is what it is, innit? It is what it is. It's the shitey Europa League. Shitey Man United with a shitey fucking... Don't even get me effing started, guys. How shit we are and why we have to be in this Sheriff. With this Sheriff... Oh, playing these teams, man. No disrespect. There could be teams from all different parts of the world. I just hate the competition. I hate the music. I hate what it stands for. I hate what it says about us as a football club. So I don't mind us playing against teams that are from smaller countries, but are very good teams that got there on merit and got to the Champions League. You know, that's even more exciting because they got nothing to lose. And if they win, this just be incredible. So yeah, bit of Champions League drama there for you to kick off the show. We're gonna get into it. There's a lot in the show tonight, but obviously let's get into it. Let's get this out of the way first. Harry Maguire returned to training. Could be involved in the penultimate Europa League group game against Sheriff Tiraspol. So it's the last game at home in this Europa League. England defender Juan Bissaka, Donny van der Beek, apparently all trained with the team today. Erik ten Hag has confirmed that Cristiano Ronaldo will return to the squad. Well, obviously he was dropped. That Muppet, and then the Muppet posts something on Twitter, and I've just go and check out my Twitter, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, Ronaldo? He's talking about dedication and commitment always. What dedication and commitment? You had a dummy, you spot it out, ran to the changing room, ran in your car and ran away and spot the dummy outside Old Trafford. That's what you did, Ronnie. Like, what are you talking about? What are you absolutely talking about, mate? Always commitment and this commitment. What? Honestly, I'm like, who are you talking to with this branding, absolute PR bullshit. Who are you talking to? But anyway, so we will see. Ericsson was part of the press conference today. Ericsson was most likely going to start the game. So any player that's always part of the press conference starts the game. 3 questions about Maguire. No questions about Anthony Martial, but apparently Simon Peach or one of them asked the question. Oh, that's racist. Samuel Lucas, who calls black and ethnic people exotic. That Muppet, that racist Muppet that comes out with that racist trope, like with some plants and animals. He apparently asked him off camera, and the thing ended. But it is what it is. So Maguire's not played since 2-0 when reverse fixture against Sheriff that we beat them 2-0. He's not played then. So it is what it is. Scott McTominay, who scored obviously in the last game. So yeah, and the news to report about Sheriff is that they've sacked their manager. They're on top of their league. I think they've only lost 1 game, and they've just only gone and sacked their manager. I mean, I don't know. Neil Lennon got shot by Nicosia, Omnia Nicosia. And he's just like, what? And then their manager quits as well. So it's just, yeah. Actually, Berlin didn't look too bad, Natalie, with that mustache and that mullet. He's rolling back the years, isn't it? He's the 80s kid, isn't it? He's going home to listen to Bon Jovi tonight, isn't he? With that haircut, you know, like he was one of the Bon Jovi kids, isn't it? Bon Jovi, mate. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But big up to everybody. Did you think he was offside? Emmanuel Gazy says. I don't know with VAR these days, bro. It's like they count like your fingers. If your fingers are a bit too forward, boom, you're offside. So I don't know. Yeah, it's been a very interesting. How do I feel bad? Like, I don't know what's going on with these people. I talked about Casemiro's the money Man United paid. I talked about the length of the contract. I talked about the money Man United are paying and the money Man United paid to sign him, and how Real Madrid do not let players go that are still on the top of their reign. Just because he's had 2 or 3 games, all of a sudden anything I've said is against that. I do wish Casemiro to be the player of the season, for Man United to be up there fighting and competing for trophies. I want that. Why am I mad? What is people on about here? What are you? Meshdi, you need to go look in front of that mirror and give yourself a head wobble, lad. You need to give yourself a head wobble. Man United signed how many? Schweinsteiger. They've signed Sanchez. They've signed Cavani. Who else? Ibrahimovic. They've signed how many older players have they signed? How many? That's what we do. We sign granddad players in their 30s. That's who Man United sign. So I thought that's what Glazonomics does. Other than going out, listening to the scouts, because we've got really good scouts, listening to the good scouts, getting 20, 25-year-old, the next Casemiro, who could give us 6 years. You know, honestly, you're absolutely, I don't know. Simeone plays terrorist football while his son is playing champagne football for Napoli. I know the difference in it. And you know the funniest thing, he never has to adapt. That's why if you go too defensive, your defense has got to be amazing. You've just got to win games 1-0, 1-0. That's all you can do. Win these games 1-0, 1-0. That's what you can do. And you have to be amazing defensively. Because when you've got to go and do it, oh, don't worry, yeah. Big love. Lilas, nothing wrong with Sheriff, like I said to you, nothing wrong with Sheriff. I absolutely like Macedonians, like Macedonian footballers, but they've shocked. They're only small, tiny little country, North Macedonia, small little country, and they've done bits in football. I know they beat Germany in the World Cup qualifiers. It's just crazy. No, it's not. Stop it. Hey, Alisas, Nefum, come on now. Ilias, behave yourself. Give yourself a head wobble as well, honestly. Look in the mirror and give yourself a wobble. Because all those teams are shit. They were shit in the Champions League. And smaller clubs have done better than them in the Champions League. And they deserve to eat shit in the Europa League with us. We're eating shit. That's what they deserve to do. So stop this. Try to do some sort of like revisionist history and like PR for Europa League. I'm sick of it. dedication to exactly Georgie B. But big up to every one of you. Big up to every one of you. But yeah, so Sheriff have set their manager. They're quite handy. I thought they defended really. They were quite resolute. It wasn't the 2-0 one. The 2-0 win was not a it didn't flatter them in terms, but I thought the first 20 minutes in that game they were very organized, defensively disciplined, and we waited for them to get tired and then we scored. Big up Hassan Yusuf Anthony. I always say Casemiro is our guide dog in the middle. He's a non-nonsense guy, more serious type. I think he'll leave these goal celebration to us from attacking players. Damn. Man, yes, you have a close to agreeing a deal with former Liverpool sporting director. Listen, I'm sorry, Hassan Yusuf. Nothing but love and respect for you. But thank you brought that up, actually. Actually, you know what? Bring the quotes, Hassan Yusuf. But that is absolutely a lot of tosh. The Football Insider, Sport P, they know much as you and I know, the rest of the therapy army know about these things. Manchester United have a sporting director. His name's John Murtagh. John Murtagh has been promoted to various different positions in the football club within the last decade, right? John Murtagh understands Glazonomics. He's a yes man, a complete yes man, and that's what he's going to do. So give it a rest with all this Footy Insider and Sport Pete chatting absolute maca. Dan Ashworth, Man United spoke to Dan Ashworth. Dan Ashworth was like, can I have control? No, you cannot have control. Ta-ra, he said, and he's gone to Newcastle. And see Newcastle in the next couple of years do bits in a transfer. Newcastle are not going to be ripped off as much as anybody else. So yeah, big up to every one of you. Respect to you all. Welcome different opinions here. And I don't mind. So if you guys are all obsessed with this thing about what I've said about Casemiro, I said the same thing about Sanchez. I said the same thing about Schweinsteiger. I said the same thing about Di Maria. Like buying one player, one world class on his way down, right? Player that getting him at that age, paying him those wages. I told you, his grandchildren are not even born yet. They're dancing in the Copacabana beach with that amount of money. I'm telling you, that's like legacy money. That's money. That's old money that he's going to leave. The amount of money he's getting paid by Man United is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But as a footballer, do I want my team to succeed? And now all of you are getting like, you're all literally lifting your scale up and like, putting a lift stock on and stuff. That's what you're all doing, twerking for him. Because for 6 years, this football club with Glazonomics told us that Scott McTominay, right? Scott McTominay, especially the last 3-4 years, sorry, not 6 years, last 4 years, Scott McTominay and Fred are the answer. And they weren't the answer. So what would happen if we were to get like a man above his time, a 26-year-old guy who's just incredibly playing so well? If we had that kind of player, if you had Casemiro at 26, sorry, if you had Casemiro at the age of 26 or 27 or even 28, so he can give us maybe 2 to 3 years, what would we have done? And when he gets injured, people, guess what? Back to McFred. So, ta-da, with that talk. It is what it is. Oh, God. I swear to God, I lived in so many people's heads. I swear to God. You know what? I have a little channel. I talk to Therapy Army, and I just talk about football. But I live in so many heads that people go and spend time and energy to setting up fake accounts, sending just crazy things. Like, give it a fucking rest. Ronaldo's training with the rest of that's it. You basically have 2 Man Cities in the top 4. Chelsea will always spend, and there's Liverpool, Arsenal to deal with. No top 4 will always be a difficult without investment. Of course it is. Big up Joe Ibrahim. Of course it is. And Newcastle are coming. Newcastle are coming as well. So I say that they've arrived because they're in the top 4 right now. They've drawn so many games, but they're still in the top 4. And it just shows us like we're drawing games. But when you win one, because the table is so tight, except for the top 2, really, everything's quite tight. Harry Maguire, they're all back. They're all back trained today. So he said, he's going to big up Moldova. Moldova. Sorry, Moldova. That's it, Moldova. If I'm pronouncing it, sorry, I'm dyslexic. My pronunciation is not too great. But big up to you, Joanne and Borg. Man UFC sources say there's a constant dialogue between Ten Hag and Ronaldo since the punishment was meted up. Listen, the player threw his dummy out of his mouth. Literally flew the dummy. Like, yeah, yeah, and then threw it out of the pram, ran into the changing room and drove in, got in his car and drove home. That's what happened. Sporting boss Ruben, Ronaldo is a man server, especially in sporting dreams, the return of Cristiano Ronaldo. But we don't have money to pay his wages. But that's what I'm saying to you. Look, hopefully they qualify, and hopefully I wish him well. I just think he's a prat and he's a muppet, and he's coming out with some absolute BS PR bullshit. And so many United fans, honestly, like I said, there are some United fans, but there are some people who like United, but there's Ronaldo fans. They're literally they're in the cult of Ronaldo. They're literally in the cult. But I don't want to talk about him, people. I actually want to talk about. I want to stay on Ronaldo. I want to talk about people that Dwight Yorke. What Dwight Yorke has said tonight. Or what's been reported Dwight Yorke is supposed to have said. I don't know if any of you've heard of this. Like, if Ronaldo leaves, and because we've been waiting for Ronaldo basically to say. Remember before in the summer, in August, Ronaldo was like, "Yeah, I want to leave Man United," and we were all waiting for Ronaldo to basically force himself out to force a move, and then he said, "In 2 weeks, I will be sitting down with the media and telling truth," and everybody's like, "Woo, Ronnie! Spill that tea, lad. Go on, lad. Spill that tea. Let's be having you, pal. Tell it as it is." And a lot of us, obviously, we're all assuming that he's talking about he's finding out the facilities of the football club, the Glazonomic. I mean, these things you should know because his agent should know, because we're a laughing stock in a transfer. That's what we are. We're laughing stock in transfers. We're laughing stock in terms of negotiations. We always get bent over. Like agents, nowhere ever like agents and sporting directors all laugh at Man United. They all get together and laugh. They laugh at Man United because they're like, oh my God, these guys. We are the biggest laughing joke in world football. Like, because we're not run by people who care about football. So he should have known, right? So that's what we're thinking. But guess what? Big up Dwight Yorke, by the way. Big up Dwight Yorke. Great, brilliant striker for Man United. Treble winner. An absolute legend. To me, the greatest year of me supporting Man United is when we did the treble. We cleaned up. I'm lucky enough to know that I was of age and I understood everything. And that season, him and Andy Cole terrorized Europe. Terrorized Europe. Trust me when I say this to the youngsters. Literally terrorized Europe. They went everywhere. Juventus to Barcelona. They went to Bayern Munich. Done it all. They did it. Right? And to me, he's an absolute legend. But this is how racist this country is, by the way, of black managers getting a chance even in the lower leagues. Yeah. He's gone all the way to Australia. He's managing a team in Australian league. And they've just won the cup. So big up to him. But let me spill this tea for you people, therapy. I mean, let me bring this to you. Because it's getting a bit, it's getting a bit like, it's getting a bit crazy out here, people. So let me just bring this news to you. Dwight Yorke, the man himself, from his own words, he literally said, this is what Dwight Yorke is supposed to have said, right? These are quotes from Dwight Yorke, apparently. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let me go back on this one. Let's get into it, people. So basically, actually, let me go back to the tweet, right? So it says, let's go to this tweet quickly. Here we go. Dwight Yorke quotes on the current situation of Manchester United and Ronaldo are alarming. Yorke, in conversation with Ronaldo, I got so much information that if I were to reveal something he told me, the club would pay me $5 million. Therapy Army, we need to figure this out. What the hell does he mean by this? What does he mean by this? I repeat, let me just repeat it again to you guys. This Yorke, in the conversation I had with Ronaldo, I got so much information that if I were to reveal something he told me, the club would pay me 5 million. And then he continues like we go. This is more of the absolute kind of craziness. This is more, but honestly, what do you think he's talking about, people? Big up Azani. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Genuinely. That's the question for Therapy Army. It's 82 of you in here. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. On the road to 10K, people. 10K Therapy Army. Let's go. But to get more into context, Yorke spoke to Ronaldo at the club while he was undertaking his coaching badges before Ten Hag was appointed as United boss. And that conversation could be costly if Yorke spilt the details. With the records that he had against Spurs, he would have never been disappointed that he wasn't playing. Yorke told Lord Ping, when I spoke to him 6 months ago, I spent 30 minutes with him. After training, I saw a guy that was passionate and wanted to remain at the club. Then over the summer, the whole thing escalated. So this is Dwight Yorke. This is what he's saying. And he's saying, I think the club have missed the boat. I think Ten Hag has missed the moment to find out where Ronaldo's head was before the season started. I'm just going to put some caveat on there. Basically, Ronaldo said that he had family issues and that nobody was talking to him. So when somebody says they've got family issues that they're dealing with and they can't come in the pre-season, I don't expect people to be talking. The guy is dealing with something serious. When it's a family issue, you think it's going to be something serious, and that he has to stay in Portugal and he can't come to any of the pre-season tour or pre-season training, then you think it's something serious. So there can't be any conversation to be had other than, okay, Ronaldo, you can't get your move. And then this time, Ronaldo was pushing his move. So I don't know why Eric Ten Hag would speak to him. But anyway, he continues. Ronaldo, before this is started, so let's go. I think Ten Hag missed the moment to find where Ronaldo head was at before the season started. I'm amazed if he didn't have that conversation with the superstar player. In the conversation I had with him, I got so much information that if I was to reveal some of the things he told me, I think United would probably have to pay me 5 million to keep quiet. What do you think he's talking about, people? Please, seriously, let's get into this, people. What do you think? What do you think he's talking about? Because Ronaldo did promise. Do you guys remember? Ronaldo promised that he's going to sit down. He's going to set the record straight. He's going to set the record straight. So anyway, here comes Joel. Joel's lack of ambition. I reckon Ronaldo taught Yorke. Okay. It doesn't take a lot. Some guy like me who lives in Hume, South Central Manchester, can do the research and find out that we got bankers from Bristol University and we got the Glazers who only asked about top four. If I can just see the facts that actually their decision making, it don't take a lot to know that. I got friends who work for Man United, and the facilities are falling apart, people. They're literally falling apart. So it doesn't take a lot. But what is this, people? What is this? It's like this episode, honestly, it's just like X-Files. X-Files music. I think we need to get some X-Files music for this. Honestly. We need to get the X-Files music out, people. Honestly, I'm telling you. We need to get the X-Files music on for this. Honestly, because it just sounds like, what the hell is going on? We need to hit a bit of the theme tune, people, genuinely. We need to hit a bit of the theme tune. That's what we need to do. So When it's ready, I'll let you know. But yeah, honestly, other suggestions, people? I'm open to suggestions. The only reason the Glazers would pay 5 minutes to be quiet would be over criminal activity. Ooh, okay. Criminality within Man United. Okay, Georgia B. Yeah, with your Colombo hat on tonight, eh? Hey, one more question. Just one more question. Big up Colombo. By the way, let's have it. Who was your favorite detective? Who was your favorite detective? Was it the guy with a big tash? I don't know what he was called. Madame, sir, Madame, the guy with a big tash. Was it Colombo? Who was it? Come on, famous detectives from television or film. Let's name them, people. Name them. 5. Give me 3 or 4, and we'll rank them. Yeah. Big up, Tom. I'll send you the link, Tom. Let me just send you this link. Big up, Tom. Because we need to find out, Tom. I would love to get your 2 pence on what you think this thing is. And by the way, the tune is on cue. Let me just see the tune. This is how it is. Yes, people. Man United have gone. Things have gone astray in Man United. It's all got X-Files. It's all got X-Files in the show tonight, people. When we thought Man United, things that Man United couldn't get stranger. We need Mullet. What's the name? What was the name, by the way, the characters, man? My memory today, honestly, guys. Not slept well last night. Shattered. Absolutely shattered. And my memory's all over the place. But yeah, Mulder. What's their name? Mulder and who else is it? Mulder and Scully. That's it. Mulder and Scully's coming back to me now. Mulder and Scully. They got Mulder and Scully. Listen, we need Mulder and Scully on the job. Let's see if our Tom can pull off. Tom, I've sent the link. Let's see if our Tom can pull off. Yeah, Tom's coming on, Haroon. Tom's coming on. But yeah. But yeah. Please let me know what you guys think. I genuinely want to think this is like the X-Files Scullium. See, I've lost it. But what do you think, guys? Spectre Mars. Oh yeah, he's from Manchester. He actually went to my school, Steve. He went to my school. Sherlock Holmes, Agatha Christie, Benson. Who else, people? Who else? Exactly, bro. Exactly, Nadeem. 100%, bro. It's like, what the hell is going on? Tom, I've sent you the link on Twitter. No problem if you can't come on, mate. But love. Windy. Ronaldo would reveal his memoirs when he retires. Ronaldo would reveal it all in his memoirs. Okay. That'd be interesting. But Tom, welcome to the show, my friend. I don't know, actually, have you heard the news about what Dwight Yorke's been saying?
What's Dwight Yorke? No, I haven't. No.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to add it again, don't I? Oh God, so why are you doing this to me, pal? Why are you doing this to me? Eh? Basically, just to paraphrase. Actually, I've got to show you. I've got to show you, son. I need to show you. I need to bloody show you, pal. But hey, we've got a bit of a theme tonight. So when I'm looking, who was your favorite detective on television series or in a film? Because for me, Colombo was the best in it. So this is where we're trying to find out. We're trying to find out what Dwight Yorke basically has been saying. You know that in the summer, that Ronaldo was like, I'm going to reveal it all. I'm going to do a sit-down interview and reveal it all. And a lot of things have been, rubbish things have been written about me, blah, 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 all of that stuff. Well, anyway, take a look at this, Tom. Dwight Yorke quotes on the current situation of Manchester United and Ronaldo are alarming. Yorke, in the conversations I had with Ronaldo, I got so much information that if I was to reveal something he told me, the club would pay me 5 million to keep quiet. So the bit they miss out from the quote is the bit to keep quiet. And this is because he's been at the club doing his badges. Tom, have a quick read of that. Let me know when you're done.
Yep, go on. Wow.
Exactly, Tom. That's why. That's why, Tom. That's why. Honestly, no word of a lie. We have to play a bit of the. You know what I mean? We have to put on a bit of the X-Files. You know what I mean? Like X-Files theme tune. That's what we have to put on. You know that famous X-Files theme
Yeah,
tune?
man, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So we're like, who was Scully and who was Mulder? Like, which one's Scully? Which one was Mulder? Tom, do you ever used to watch that? Are you too young for that?
Go on. What's sorry, I was just replying to a message. Go on.
No problem. I'm just saying that. What do you think of that? What's your first initial reactions? And who was your favorite detective of TV? And TV or from a film?
I love.
Spectre,
Yeah, Inspector Morse, Sherlock Holmes, loved all those things.
What's
Columbo.
the one that David? What's his name? You know the guy from Only Fools and Horses. What
David
was that
Jason.
Yeah, what was the one that he had?
Inspector Frost.
Inspector Frost. I like Taggart. What's the Scottish guy?
Taggart.
I like Taggart.
Yeah.
What's the guy? Madame, the guy with the tash, the British actor with just the French one.
Oh,
Piero. Piero, Inspector Piero.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Big up Khalees. Big up Khalees. Love to Khalees, wherever he is. Columbo, obviously, Murder, She Wrote, like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Was there any other woman detectives, to be fair? Was there any other women detectives? Were there?
I don't know.
Yeah. So I said to people that Spectre Morse went to my school. Spectre Morse is a manny boy. He's from Manchester. But anyway, detectives aside, let me just run a little bit of this for you, Tom. What's going on, Tom? Dwight Yorke got the fan base. Got us all in the meltdown. Got us all in the meltdown. What is he talking about? Jessica Fletcher. Oh, big up to Jessica.
There's one. There you go.
She passed away recently, didn't she? R.I.P.
Yeah. God rest the soul.
She wrote, mate. To Murder, She Wrote. The music in that program is the best, mate. The music is brilliant. Columbo was more their thing. Anyway, big up. Dave and the Fat Man. I don't know. I've not heard of that one. There's an Italian guy. Oh, what was his name? Bald-headed guy. Bastartamo or something. Mastartamo.
I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
On the BBC iPlayer, I used to catch that Italian detective in a TV series. Good guy. But seriously, so Tom, would you be going to be? So who was Scully? Was Scully the woman, and Mulder was the guy? Yeah, in the X-Files. Who was Scully? Remind us, please. Remind us. What's your first initial reactions to those quotes by Dwight Bloody Yorke, Tom?
Well, what needs to be said that hasn't already said before? This club, they pay off people. They pay people to keep what? Stum. Shh. Jose Mourinho leaves Manchester United Football Club. 3 years later, he's allowed to talk. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has left Manchester United, what? 12 months? Give him another 2 years, you'll see stuff come out about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and about his time at the football club. Ralph Rangnick. Give it 3 years. Trust me, people. Give it 3 years. Set your alarm clock. Set your calendars already. Buy your calendars for in 2025. Buy your calendars. Set your dates because these people will talk. Ralph will let it rip about these owners. You just know. Because the way that they treated him especially was disgraceful. Dwight Yorke, he's been a couple of months just to do his coaching badges. And you look at what he's uncovered. I mean, come on. You have an ex-player who literally goes in there and all he has to do is speak to one person and you find out so much in these couple of months that the club are prepared to pay you off not to say anything.
Crazy.
Now that is fraud in itself. And that honestly, it's corruption. At the highest level, it is corruption. You're basically telling Dwight Yorke, you can come in. So you're telling outsiders you can come in, but you can't go out and say anything. So anything that you come in with has to stay in-house. But with the media, Nuruddin, we leak like a fucking sieve. With the players, with the previous managers that we've had as well. We've leaked like a sieve. Things that get said on the training ground, Nuruddin, it gets passed around all around half of Manchester in 5 minutes.
Colombo! Go on, Tom!
Oh, love this.
What having it tonight?
What having it tonight?
Spectre Gadget. What having it? Seriously, Tom, don't let me stop you in your flow. Apologies. I just had to play it because you're dissecting it like Colombo. What I loved about Colombo. What? One more question. Just one more question. Something's not right in my head. He's pretend to walk away when he's at the door. One more question. Crazy. But Tom, honestly, it's crazy.
Of course it is.
Crazy. It's absolutely crazy because Ronaldo first said that in August, it's like in 2 weeks' time, I'm gonna sit down, reveal it all. And we're all like, go on, Ronnie, lad. Go on, Ronnie. Didn't get the club, didn't go anywhere. And then he started, and then on Wednesday, literally, the big baby he is, had his dummy in his mouth, got told to get warmed up and get on the pitch, grabbed the dummy, pulled it out a bit, ran down the tunnel, threw the dummy on the floor, got in his car and drove home. That's what's happened. But it's surreal for me. Like, Dwight Yorke, it's for real. Let me just answer this question. No, Ronaldo and Dwight Yorke didn't play together, Nadeem. Ronaldo was playing, Dwight Yorke was doing his badges, his coaching badges at Man United, finishing his UEFA B and A at Manchester United in 6 months ago at the club. So that's when he met him and spoke to him. Obviously, Dwight Yorke, say whatever you want about him, he's a legend on Man United. Treble winner, mate. His goals actually won us the competition. His goals won the treble. He scored in the FA Cup rounds. He scored in the league. He scored in the Champions League, even though Andy Cole terrorized. How old are you, Tom? Do you remember that?
Oh, I'd have to work it out.
Do you remember that?
I do remember it, yeah, but I'd have to work out how old I was. I was little back then.
Yeah, big up Eric Ten Hag. Big up Hassan Youssef, big up Eric Ten Hag as well. I like the fact that he was last night, I'm done with this charade now. He's been really generous to the press and answering questions on the last couple of press conferences about Ronaldo. And in this one, he was just like, no more questions about Ronaldo.
I told everybody when you asked me on that last stream, I said, listen, he's going to put his foot down in some case and he's going to just say, listen, enough's enough, because Cristiano Ronaldo is not the game.
Mm-hmm.
The game is football, not Ronaldo. And the game is Sheriff Tiraspol, not Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But Ten Hag, he's done what he's done, and personally, I think he's asserted himself, and I think to a lot of people, he's shown that he can manage the big players and the big personalities. Because that was a question coming into this job, wasn't it? Because of the corruption in the dressing room, the divide, the split, the big egos, the personalities. Some of them have left already, and yes, some of them have stayed. But at the end of the day, you've got to respect the manager in what he's done. He took a decision, albeit it was a big calculated risk to take, where you isolate one of the greatest players to ever play the game from the team. However, the amount of respect that I know anyway from behind the scenes, these players respect him more now than they did before he did what he did with Cristiano Ronaldo. And that is a fact because they understand now, wow, you can do that to somebody who's that great of a footballer and has had that great of a legacy and impact on the game compared to somebody like myself who you wouldn't have no problems in handling a Harry Maguire who's done hardly anything in the game, or anybody from a Facundo Pellistri, for example. You wouldn't have any problems handling any player. But to do that with your superstar at your football club, that takes balls. And look, he's done what he's done. But listen, one of the things with Erik ten Hag and why he's been so assertive especially on the training ground, is the assistant coach that he brought in, which was Michel van der Gaag. He is honestly, I'll say it from what I know and from what I've been told anyway. He is the proper G. If you want to talk about elite coaches, he's probably top 3. We talked about when Rui Faria was here with Jose Mourinho and that drop off in that team, in the structure of it, and how he helped Jose Mourinho coach that team. And when he left, it all went to shit. If that happened with Michel van der Gaag, I'd be very concerned for how Erik ten Hag will keep structuring this team, because you need a team. You can't. It's not a one-man job.
No.
And Erik ten Hag he's brought the best coach that he could from Ajax, which was Van der Gaag. And then he's brought along people like McLaren, who know the league, who know the club. He's brought you, and ultimately he's brought people that you can trust. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the thing that has been broken at this football club for a while, is the trust. But we need to examine how, like Hassan said here, we need to examine how we're going to improve. For example, in the games, with the coaching, even with the personnel, because we still need new players. But that's a lot of people's takes on it anyway. But I know for a fact that's how a lot of these players are looking at it.
No, 100%. Big up, Windy Grant, always with a really fascinating takes. Says, I think Ronaldo has put out the word out to his network that Ten Hag never spoke to him about his role at the club. And it can't be a coincidence that so many pundits have said, yeah, 100%. But the thing from Dwight Yorke, it's just like, it's like Man United. When we thought, Tom, it couldn't get stranger. When we thought the plot couldn't even get any thicker, Man United always shock you, don't they? Man United, and when anything goes, Man United always that person in it to come back. Hold this beer. Hold this second beer. Hold this third beer. Hold this fifth beer. You know what I mean? Hold a beer. Just hold the beer, FC. That's what we are, honestly. When I can't do a big up Hassan Yusuf. Just getting some of the quotes from for Erik ten Hag press conference today. I thought it was pretty boring and bland, to be fair. Nobody really asked about what the actual problem is on Anthony Martial, which I think Man United should sell in January because he's a joke. It's an absolute joke now. Where he's had 3 weeks out with hamstring, 3 weeks out with Achilles, 3 weeks out with a back strain as well. It's like, you're 27 years old now, mate. You need to go and find out what the hell's wrong with your body. You cannot be missing that amount of games at this age of this age. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, Erik ten Hag, Harry Maguire is always about performance, presentation. He's a great player, great capabilities, just job for us, yeah. Nuruddin, do you go to the Europa League games? No. You have to pay me a lot of money, Alex. You'll have to pay me so much money, mate. Are you kidding me? I have to watch it because we have to do match reactions on here. Honestly. I might just send the logins to Tom. Tom, you can do it, mate. I know you love the Europa League, Tom. I know you love it. I know you're having it. But yeah, no chance. Absolutely no chance. Erik ten Hag, I think it's the wrong idea. They only have 1 week and then they play in the World Cup. So some ludicrous just newspaper people and TV broadcasters, journalists are asking some ridiculous things. I was saying, do you think that national team coaches want players to rest before the World Cup. And it's just like basic. No, you want players in the rhythm, match fitness.
Match fitness, yeah.
Yeah. A creator to pimp out? Nah, man. Nah, don't worry about that. We don't need pimping out, pal. We're all right. We're all right here. But yeah, I think, you know what? I think we're going to have to cut it there, people. But big up Hassan Yusuf for all their amazing quotes. Most people can go and watch Ericsson and Ten Hag interview today. Tom, come back if you can. He's probably got a phone call. But I'll say body under Ollie. Now I want to throw him to the dogs. But did he say he gave his body to under Ollie and now they want to throw him under the dogs? That's just cruel, Nuruddin. What are you talking about, brother? Mazinga, please let me go back and see what Mazinga's saying, because that don't make sense to me, bro. But he did say that he gave his body under Ollie, and now they want to throw him. Oh, now I get it. Oh, Martial. Nah, man. Listen, he's had all of the summer. He's had all the summer before the preseason. He was injured. When he came back, I'm sorry. There's something in your life. There's a lifestyle problem when you're getting that many injuries. There is a lifestyle problem. You have to go and search the best elite people, masseurs, elite people who are the elites. Even if Man United are not providing them, go and seek it out yourself to prevent injury prevention trainers in the world. You can go and get them. I'm sorry. I mean, it's going to be the weirdest World Cup. It's just like the weirdest Winter World Cup ever. What do you think? Who do you think he'll play tomorrow? Will he rest Anthony or play Sancho on the right? I mean, he goes, whether it's cup game, whether it is this and that. I think maybe some people would come on. I think Donny, if they're fit enough, Donny, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka might come on. I think he's going to start with a strong team, try to get a couple of goals up. I'll be shocked if he makes 5 or 6 changes from Chelsea. But then we saw that in the second half against Chelsea, Windy. We saw that they're shattered. We saw that the players are tired. So that's why we dropped off. Eric Ten Hag on the summer signing. Yeah, I pick any of the players. We are starting to feel the connection is good. Ericsson, yeah. So basically, Ericsson just talked about how getting to know his teammates, and that's what he talked about. It wasn't really anything revealing, anything like, whoa, this is a brilliant quote. My thing has always been where is the ball? Oh, does that really matter? Yeah. So the only question that Ericsson was asked about his positioning people was that they asked him, do you prefer to play up the pitch in more attacking areas? And he's like, no. He said, I can, whether it's a 6, 8, or a 10. I just want to play wherever the manager puts me. And the manager was sitting next to him. I think the Sancho, go and check out the show that we did on Sancho on Monday. We did a show on Monday about Sancho. So go and check it out, people. Go and check out that show. But big up to every one of you. Love and light, respect. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. Become part of the community. We are on the road to 10K. Ralph Ranić says he tried Man United to sign Marotta, Vidic for Vlahovic, and Kuku, Jenko, Gabriel, Luis Diaz, Erling Haaland, but Man United to refuse to make any winter transfers. Well. Hey, like the good old Sven. Those of you who know Sven, when Sven, Swedish manager who managed England, that was his first ever. That was his catchphrase. Anytime there's a microphone in front of him like that. Sven, what did you think about that game? Well, pick up to Sven. Listen, like I already said, the man wears a wig, innit? The referee, instead of sending him off tonight, he should have grabbed that wig. That's what he should have done, Zidane. He should have dropped that wig. Who do you think we're going to buy? Who do I think? Oh, I thought you said, who do you think we buy? You're going to make me laugh there. She lives as me. We need to buy a striker. We need to buy somebody who can hold up the ball, attributes that are good holding up the ball, good at making space, good at being a team player. We need that. We need a midfield player, another midfield player who can play as a number 8 as part of a pivot in the two. And we need who's got good passing and can carry the ball, like Culver kid for Chelsea. And we need a right back. That's what Man United need. But big up on Ski. Comments on Eric Ty's problem-solving skills. Brilliant. Brilliant. Like I said, I'll say it again on Ski. Big up, thanks for the super chat, by the way, brother. I'll say it simple. We have the right manager. We now have a couple of warriors on the football pitch. But we still got the wrong owners. We've got the parasites, vultures still in charge of this football club. And when they're in control, Eric Ten Hag could walk. I'm telling you. I know some of you might want to shoot me down, but if Eric Ten Hag's not stupid, if he thinks that they're throwing him under the bus, he will just walk. Because everybody can see he can coach. He's got disciplinary. He reset the culture. He's answered everything. Even this silliness with this Ronaldo baby who's throwing his dummy out the pram. What do you think they'll sack him if Marseille knocked them out? I don't know. But I love that city. Beautiful city, Marseille. I'm team Marseille. All I'm saying to you, next week, I'll be like, come on, Marseille. You got nothing to lose. Eric Bailly to get the winner. Eric Bailly header if he's back from injury. He might not be back from injury. But anyway, people, love, light, Glazers out, bankers out. Take care. No, we got warriors. We've got 1 or 2. We haven't got just the 1. We've got 1. To me, the player of the season is Lautaro Martinez. He is the ultimate warrior in this football team. Absolute monster of a player. Mentality, amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it just shows you the shit we've been dealing with. The shit we've been shoved down our throats. We've had to deal with all these years. Nuruddin, who's your favorite United player at the moment? Lautaro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez. I just said it. Brilliant timing that. Bring back Nuruddin in the living room. You're not having it, Stevie. You're not having some Matt. Sir Fergie, hey? You're not having it. You're not having a look either side of me. Leagues galore. Leagues galore here. You're not having it. All right, if you start a hashtag, then maybe we'll do. Put it to a vote. Conte made digs at United yesterday about the money we spend. He wears a wig. He's wearing a wig. That Antonio Conte is wearing a wig. Who's brave enough to whip it off? Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Win, lose, draw. Glazers, bankers, out always. Love and light, people. Love and light. Good night.